Hello, everybody. Good morning, if anyone's there. We will see. Welcome to the hood where we have no expectations. And if you have some, you are in the wrong spot. So, me again trying to figure out how to work a freaking computer. So, fun times, isn't it, people? And as always, we will talk about our favorite person, Duchess Delulu and King of the Spares. My tea's cold. That's annoying. Okay. What are we doing? I'm trying to figure out how to put up one of those pop-ups. Hi, I'm well, thank you. How are you? Thank you for joining me. It's me and you, my friend. Welcome to Hoodville. How's your day? How's it going? It's still early here. It's only 9 a.m. here. But, thought I'd come on here before I have to go do something. Oh, good morning, my friend. How's Australia? So some news. I didn't think anything would happen. It shows you what I know. And I'm trying to figure out how to put it on the screen, and I can't. So I'll just have to describe it for you. Our good friends here at People Magazine. See, People Magazine. Says Meghan Markle could return to the UK for the first time in 4 years. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex may return to the UK with Prince Harry if their security is assured. Huh. I have been saying this forever. They're going back to England. I've said it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. They're going back. I've been saying this since she launched as ever. I'm like, they're broke. Soon she launched that, whatever you want to call it. I don't even call it a brand or a company or whatever. It's it's sorry, I think I'm too close. It's I don't know what it is. It's like a little hobby for her. It's like knitting, This is not a company. People needs to change, right? Someone at People Magazine has carpal tunnel. I'll tell you that right now. Because yesterday was the Golden Globes, wasn't it? I thought everyone's going to be talking about that. Happy I don't have to work today. Yeah, it's raining sideways here. Fun times. And it's dark. You would think it's midnight outside. It's so dark. Welcome to Vancouver. Yeah, like they're broke. They're broke. So do I get to sing my song? When she actually shows up, I'll sing my song. I love singing my I'm Right song. Actually, that's a decent picture of her. I'm not going to lie. She actually looks nice there. See, I can say nice things. But her best friend, from what I heard, works at People Magazine. So it makes sense why she's always going to People Magazine. But I swear, she probably writes the articles herself. Let's read the article, shall we? Meghan Markle could join Prince Harry in the UK for the first time since 2022 this summer. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex, 41. Oh, pardon me. The Duke of Sussex, 41, is expected to be in Birmingham. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. England for the year-to-go celebrations for his Invictus Games kickoff. So they're going to go and just tell everyone that Invictus is a year from now. Seems like a waste of time. But all right. Hey, Daisy from the UK. How are you, Dollface? Welcome to the hood, where we have no expectations. And if you have any expectations, leave them at the door. However, he hopes that he will have Meghan, 44, alongside him, likely hinge on whether he receives the upgrade to his security in his home country. A review is currently underway. Oh, shouldn't he be in England right now? Court's tomorrow, right? For the most of the previous interactions of his Paralympic style games, Prince Harry has been accompanied by his wife. She has also attended the countdown promotions, such as in the Vancouver, Canada in February 2024. They were also both in Dusseldorf, Germany. Wait, wasn't Invictus this February? Not 2024? Wasn't it 2025? Am I confused? I swear it was just this February. Maybe I'm wrong. Hey, Mary, how's it going? I swear it was 2020. Oh, maybe. I don't know. No decision has been made on whether or not the Duke and Duchess of Sussex will be in Birmingham for the celebrations in July, but the major consideration will be whether Prince Harry gets his wish for increased taxpayer-backed security. Pardon me. Get excited, England. The representative for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex have no comment on January 12th. They have no comment, but they put out the story. So there's that. Prince Harry, who has long campaigned for the restraint of his full security cover since stepping back from the royal family in 2020. I don't know where he went. He hasn't gone away. Right? It was 2025. There you go. Get your facts right, People Magazine. Doughheads. Thank you. Yeah, it was just like almost a year ago, right? I live in Vancouver. You think, frick, I know. Prince Harry was long accompanied to security, blah, blah. He doesn't feel safe, blah, 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 blah. Security is always going to be a deciding factor in this, as the Sun on Sunday. Harry is expected in the UK solo ahead of the start of his latest legal case against the Associated newspaper, which starts in London court on January 19th. Oh, I thought it was this Tuesday. I thought it was tomorrow. We're giving evidence early in the case, which is expected to last around 9 weeks. Oh, God. The Duke of Sussex and his team are currently awaiting a decision on whether full-scale security will be reinstated for him and his family when they visit the UK. Well, those close to him are optimistic that it will rule in his favor, saying positive noises coming from the UK government. A decision is unlikely to come before his arrival for the legal case, yada, yada, yada. Meghan was last in the UK for a funeral event. Harry's grandmother, Queen Elizabeth, in September of 2022. They headed across the Atlantic Ocean for a series. You know what? So they can't come to England. They can't come to Canada because apparently Canada's like so unsafe. Apparently so is England. But you can go to other war-torn countries. You can go to the Ukraine. I'm pretty sure it's not safe there. Do it. Yeah, we had the Winter Invictus Games here in Vancouver. No, it's summer ones. So I guess it'd be like a different group of athletes then, right? Here, I know how to do this now. So let's do it this way. I'm still trying to figure out. I'm sorry. I wish I knew how to put it on the screen. I just don't. I think Harry was pissed about the mention of the divorce book and the Vanity Fair article, and Meghan was full of love bombing. Yeah, I still don't think they're getting divorced. I don't go with that one. She'll never leave him. He should leave her, but she'll never leave him. She'd be stupid too. And that's true. They never took any legal action. Huh. Just like taking. Oh, yeah, the Winter Olympics. I love the Winter Olympics. I used to figure skate, so that's my deal. And there's a girl that I'm obsessed with. She's from the States. She's making a comeback tour at 19. But I'm cheering for her because I like her. I don't think you don't think he's going to get his security back, but he will get a decision. Like, how many more times can you appeal something, right? Like, court costs money, and court's not cheap. So, like, when do you just lie down and give up, Leslie Liu, that's who I'm going for. I like her. She's cool. She's got piercings and stuff too. That's who I'm cheering for. And I don't normally cheer for, like, not my country, but I like her. She's cool. We have a young male figure skater who's qualified who lost both parents. Oh no. I love figure skating. I have useless knowledge about figure skating. But there's not normally. I haven't watched figure skating, and I used to be like, it was eat, breathe, sleep figure skating, but everyone who I used to cheer for are like geriatric now. Everyone's old. I like figure skating. I'll watch hockey because I'm Canadian. Go Canada. And what else do I watch? What else is in the Winter Olympics? Oh, I like watching those crazy people who go down on skis with no poles and do flippy flips in the air. I don't know what would possess you to do that, but I'm here for it. I like watching that. That's cool. Other stuff's boring. Oh, and I like the bobsled. Like the Jamaican bobsled team. Oh, the airplane. That was last year. Yeah, I remember that. That was awful. Yeah, I remember that. Oh dear. The Russians are censored from other figure skaters have freaking chance. Yeah. Yeah. See, I don't. The best was like the Tonya Harding, Nancy Kerrigan stuff. Like, I have useless knowledge on that. Like that was the best. That was the best. Also, side note, I, Tonya, great movie. Watch it. Love that movie. So good. And it's too bad. Oh, what did I do? Because Tonya Harding was a really good figure skater. It's too bad. Threw it all away. But still a good figure skater. Great movie. Oh yeah, okay, back to Megs and Harry. Sorry. Like I said, don't have any expectations around here. We just talk about everything. But yeah, okay, so votes. Do you think he's going to get his security back? I think it's coming. There's too much chitter chatter that he is. There's just wait. I was Team Tanya too. Well, I was Team Oksana Bayul. Haha. um, it's too bad about her too, man. Oh man. Uh, but I think he's going to get it back. And of course, Megsy's going back to England. I'm telling you, she's going back to England, and this is why. Because no one likes them. The end. They have no friends in Montecito. They are like pariahs. They have gotten like blacklisted because of the Kris Jenner birthday. Her fault, totally her fault, his fault. They got it coming. No one wants to be seen with them. I fully believe that if Megsy didn't already film this movie, which everyone's saying she sucks in, I'm like, how can you suck? You're doing a cameo. Like, you're playing yourself. For those who don't know what a cameo is, it's like two seconds normally on a screen. Sometimes you'll get a line, sometimes you might not, but you're playing yourself. Like back in the day when TV was great and someone would show up on Growing Pains, like the Beach Boys would show up on Full House or something, be like, oh, the Beach Boys are here. That's a cameo, right? So how do you mess that up? So I fully believe if she didn't already do it, she doesn't have a hope, right? Like the Bezos are buddies with the Kardashian Jenners, and man, you got to pick side, and it's not theirs. And I think she'll go to Invictus because it's just her fashion show, so why not? Right? I thought they were looking into Invictus, though. Like, I like the concept of Invictus. I really do. But I don't know. Like, yeah, or Stan Lee in the Marvel movies. Great example. Exactly. That's a cameo. Yeah. So, like, she made it out to seem like she was like the lead in this freaking movie. I'm like, dude, you're doing like there are 30 seconds. I'd take her out. I really would. I'd edit her out. Forget it. Because it won't make a difference to the movie. Highly doubt it. Right? But I fully believe they're moving back. I fully believe. That's what I call. What else did I call for 2026? I got to remember. They're moving back to England. Oh, they're going on like royal tour. They're going to be jet setting everywhere, man. That, as ever, as dead in the water. Put some pennies on his eyes. Totally dead. Like she doesn't care about her business. She doesn't do anything for the business. She doesn't promote her business. You would never know she has a business. Like, and I still don't believe that she's going to be going global because that is above her pay grade. Yeah, the Invictus PR has been severely fumbled. Here, I'll put your comment up. Sorry. I'm getting used to this, everyone. Bear with me here. Severely, it could be much more. It is, right? And I know I'm like repeating myself, but for those who, sorry guys, you gotta listen to me mumble some more. Me living in Vancouver, right? And Invictus was here. Let me tell you, there were no commercials. There were no banners. There were no things on buses. There was no events. Like you would never know. You would never know Invictus was here. Which is sad because if you ever look up Vancouver, there's a lot to do, right? Like we are a tourism city, and a lot of places could be making a lot of money. Like when Taylor Swift was here and they were doing scavenger hunts throughout the city, you'd have to go to the suspension bridge or you would go down to Stanley Park. People were, like geocaching, people were hiding things and people, it was crazy. There was like big friendship bracelets everywhere. There were like statues, lack of a better word, to go get your picture taken with, like all these selfie Instagram moments, right? Like there was a lot to do because people were coming from around the world to come see Taylor Swift here. So yeah, like there was restaurants were doing like Taylor Swift menus, like it was crazy. That brought in a lot of money for Vancouver. And I know I was listening to Megan's Mole, who I love, and Auntie Lawyer. They were together and they were talking about how Megs and Harry were saying that Invictus brought so much money to Vancouver. I'm like, where's this money? That did not happen. Like I said, if you go back and you look at the stadium was empty. Empty. Never seen any kind of anything music. Right? Like, yeah, that's crazy, right? Like for Taylor Swift. And good for her. Like, yes, thank you, Taylor Swift. You brought a lot of money to Vancouver, because like we were hurting too, right? Like everybody. So that helped. It probably brought in like 10 years worth of freaking money in tourism in one day, It was crazy. Invictus participants don't get any medical insurance for the game. Invictus should help them when they get injured. Oh, that's right. Like what is the money for then? Right? Like, yeah, the money is for Meg Z's freaking wardrobe. That's what it's for. It's too bad. It could be so much more. It could be so much more. And again, I don't understand why they don't sell merch, right? Like they could have had, like when I was talking yesterday, here in Canada, we have a store called The Bay. Well, we did. They're gone. And we had Zellers. They're gone. Doesn't matter. Point of the story is that's where you could buy all your 2010 Olympic gear, right? Like we had the red mitts with the Canadian flag and all the mascot guys and the sweaters and toques, you name it. I think I have gloves upstairs somewhere. I still have all the mascots that I bought for my kids, Do I have one around here? I might have one in. I'll dig him out. I know it's around here somewhere. I'll find him. He was super cute, like a Sasquatch kind of guy. He was cute. But none of that, right? Like how come? How come there was no commercials on the radio? I listened to all sorts of music. Hi, Demon Dictator. Oh, you're on the train? Oh, I was hoping you'd come join me for a bit. Oh, man. That's okay. One day. Sorry. What was I saying? Sorry. Yeah, like I don't understand why there was no nothing, right? And I'll go on and on and on about this. Like for those, I listen to country music, and I know not everyone does, but Jelly Roll was here, and Jelly Roll was also he sold out 2 concerts in Vancouver in like record time, and he was coming back in March, and Invictus was in February. So yeah, okay, the guy came out and only sang 3 songs, but for all those who couldn't get tickets to go see Jelly Roll, hey man, beggars can't be choosers. You could have gotten a ticket, gone and seen him sing 3 songs. You would have gotten decent seats. Like the stadium was freaking empty. So, I mean, you think you would have hyped that up, and like our lump, like Jelly Roll's popular. A lot of people like Jelly Roll, right? And his wife. His wife's hilarious. The veterans have to pay all their costs, travel, accommodations while they do it, right? And that doesn't seem right either. Like, and how come there's not? If that's the case, How come there's not like a, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a telethon or fundraising, right? You could have had things around Vancouver. Hey man, this is hard on the athletes. You know, you want to put a loonie in the bin for these athletes, like something. Yeah, I think David Beckham should do it. And he doesn't talk about it either, right? Like, I don't understand how they can have all these, they suck at everything. Like, focus on one thing and put everything into it. You know, you can't be everywhere, you know? And it is sad because it's not, it affects the athletes and their family. This is no skin off his back, right? Like, what does he care? He just wants, you know, to show up and have everyone like clap for him. And she just wants new clothes. The end. And I don't care what anyone says. They told her to leave. She's like, oh no, I left on my own. Yeah, because it was right before Valentine's Day, right? Because he was here. They were like, oh, they're not spending Valentine's Day together. I remember that. And I was like, well, because too many people were talking about you. Oh, what'd you say there, my friend? Buble got $1 million for his appearance at Invictus, but the participants don't get insurance or accommodations. And a lot of the volunteers help out. So yeah. So where's the money? To pay Michael Buble, who drove down the street? You know, he's not worth $1 million either. I'm not a fan. I think he's kind of a jerk, actually. But I hear things. So he's not worth it. Right? Like, wouldn't you be wouldn't you just, I know you can't waive all the money, like what they call work for scale. So you can't just say, I'm going to work for free, because then everyone else gets messed over, right? So listen, I'm going to work for scale. So basically it pays, you know, the venue and other things. Like, you're not getting really paid, but everyone else on your team is going to, right? Why not just say that? Oh, like that's, I don't know, maybe that's what I would do. I once heard a successful person say, I figured out that I can really only do 2 things at a time really well. And yeah, right? Like, I can't even do one thing. Ah! Jeez. It's early, people. So, yeah, like, they're in too many places. And they suck at all of them. Yeah, he lives down in Burnaby. He doesn't live that far. He's got a hockey rink in his house. Ice rink. True story. So is Chad Kruger. He lives the other way. So everyone knows where Michael Bublé's house is. You can't miss it. It takes up the whole freaking block. So whatever. I'm just not a fan. But I don't know. Pardon me, sorry. I think she's going to go back to England because she doesn't want to give up that title. She's not giving up that Duchess title. That'll be on her gravestone. And if she has to go back and eat some crow, she will. I also fully believe that there's a coup going on, and I'm going to stick with that one. I fully believe there's King Chuck, Harry Meggs, Andrew Fergie, and his kids. And then there's Prince William, Princess Catherine, Princess Anne, her whole family, and Edward and his family. And it's two sides, you know, and I fully believe Harry's going to come back to England just to stick it to Prince William. Just so he can be in the papers and have the focus on him. And honestly, like if you're petty like that, it's a smart thing to do. You know, same with her. You know, and I fully believe King Chuck's bankrolling them. So I fully believe there's backdoor deals going on. Yeah. Well, you know, I know the people of England are not too keen on her, but someone's got to like her. I think she'd have more. I honestly think she'd have more success in England than she's having in California. What's she doing in California? She's setting up freaking flea markets at Godmother's Bookstore and Soho House. Oh, I heard that too. I heard that she was going to she wants to be the face of Soho House. She's going to go on tour and talk to girls how to be entrepreneurs. That's like talking to me about brain surgery or how to work a computer. You know, like what the hell does she know? And now, what is it? It's $100,000. You too can have dinner with the Duke and Duchess of Sucket for $100,000. $100,000. Like, that's insane. That's insane. Who has $100,000? And who's spending $100,000 on that? Right? I don't know how the people of Invictus, though, don't get mad. Yeah, they pay for them to. Yeah, he was here in Vancouver and like wherever the Fairmont or wherever the hell he was. You know, fancy. Meghan's clothes, and they're all ugly. So, like, no, Meghan is not an entrepreneur. I don't know what you would call her. What would you call her? She has no drive. There's no worried about failing, right? Someone's going to bail them out. Oh well, just put another $1 million in the fund. Like, I don't know. I still go with like she should have teamed up with a dish soap company. I'm telling you, I got ideas for days. She should have teamed up with someone. Meghan's problem is Meghan. She should have teamed up with a company and just slapped her name on it. So I understand how when she was. So I understand how when she was a complete unknown, she was getting rich. People taking it. Yeah, right. I don't know. It's called a hustler, right? I don't think she was that rich. I don't. I also don't think she's 44, so there's that too. So, I mean, you can write anything you want in Wikipedia. So, a lot of the higher up left Invictus last year. The rumor is because Meghan and Harry handling. Yeah, right? I believe it. Not cool. You know, like, when do you just boot him out? Because real, like, what is he doing? He's yeah, he's bringing attention to the cause, but it's not good attention. I don't believe she was rich at all. Absolutely not. I don't believe anyone read that Tig either. Like that, I'm not her demographic, right? I never read mommy blogs or whatever. I was too busy with two little kids, like not my thing. I don't think she was that popular, and everyone's like, "Oh, I remember reading the Tig." No, you didn't, liar. So getting ready for Invictus. Yeah, what a bunch of crap. They don't care. That's what I'm saying. Like, why not give it to someone who would constantly talk about it and constantly, like, it almost does need a telethon, you know? Raise money for the Invictus people. Like, there's certain celebrities, like David Foster. He has the David Foster Foundation. Now, whatever. I don't think he's like a great guy personally, but he does a lot of good. Like, you know what I mean? I think he's kind of a D bag, but he raises a lot of money for families with children who are sick. He brings in a lot of freaking money. So for that, I give him a pass. You know? Like Elizabeth Taylor raised a lot of money. Who else does good stuff? Like, you think that's all he would talk about? Like well, he doesn't have an Instagram, but you think that's all he, like, Invictus, 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 Invictus. Like, you wouldn't shut up about it. Do you think King Chuck's going to do the opening ceremony? Because that's what the big story is. Oh, he wants King Chuck to do the opening ceremony next year. I don't think he'll be around. That's my opinion. A lot of celebs do without making a ton. Yeah, no, and that's true. A lot of celebrities do give back and just don't say anything about it, right? So, which is fair, right? But their face is not like, they didn't start the thing like Harry and Invictus, right? So, I mean, if they do a lot of work with whatever, let's just say like Children's Hospital, well, they didn't start Children's Hospital. You know what I mean? Like, they just help out. Like Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp's an amazing guy. You can think what you want about him. But he shows up at Children's Hospital all the time. No one knows. Just shows up. Hey, how's it going? Doesn't make a big deal about it. Amazing guy. I've heard good stories. She called the Tig. Oh, hi, Alaska. How are you doing? Hi, Bumblebee. Thanks for joining. Welcome to the HUD. Meghan Markle said she called the Tig after her favorite wine with the name of a tailgater or so. Strangely enough, the nanny of Harry and William was also called Tiggy. Huh. See, I don't believe anything that comes out of that broad's mouth, but I mean, the Tig was around before I think she knew Harry, right? Getting attention, raising funds, Meghan and Harry don't have it. I don't think the kid's going to be around for. I don't think so. I don't think so. Like, there's an elegance of gaining it. Yeah, there is. Like, there is. Oh, yes, please hit the like button. I'm trying around here. I just appreciate you guys showing up and hanging out with me, right? I know I'm not as fancy as other creators and don't have all, the fancy stuff, but I will one day. But right now, we go with what we have, people. So, like I said, as long as you don't have expectations, but I'm funny, I think. So even again, let's do our daily as ever. Oh, I was about to say, look, she doesn't even do anything with her freaking Instagram. Get excited, people. Oh, she's just redoing things. For the chapters you want to savor most. Her bookmark that you can buy on Etsy. These aren't even original stories. I've seen these before. Oh my God. And then the people, the people. Oh, look. And then she just does Instagram stories with, I saw like the Sibley twins try to make like gross drinks or whatever and see if she would repost it. That was funny. I don't know who's paying $35 for this wine. Like that to me is insanity. Plus shipping. So $50 for a bottle of wine. Like, no. How about no? Honey. Yeah, it's all the same. Save the date. What does that mean? Sorry. I'm not ignoring anyone. Be notified about the event when the reminder's on. Save the date. Tuesday. Tomorrow. Okay, wait. It's coming to me here. Save the date. Can you guys see that? Save the date. Tuesday, January 13th. 9 a.m. Something's happening tomorrow, people. Get excited. Exclusive right here. Heather from the Hood. Tuesday, 9 a.m. What does this say? Oh, it says fell asleep here. That's her book. Her bookmark. I swear I thought court was tomorrow. Wait a minute. Hang on, guys. I swear. I know because I was on a live. Oh. Plans for Archie Lobet and the UK amidst children's school and other commitments. Oh. That's not what we'll come back to that. Sorry. Talk amongst yourselves. What bookmark for $35? Did I understand this correctly? The bookmark's $35? Wait, what did I miss? Hang on. As ever. New. This just came out 43 minutes ago. Remind me. Oh, let's put a remind me. See what happens tomorrow. The event tomorrow. That's all it says. I don't see a price. Sorry. This is going sideways. It just says for the chapters you want to savor most. More. And then it's the date for tomorrow. I swear Harry's court date was tomorrow, and then that would make sense. So then she can talk about herself and not him. Distract, distract, distract. You know? Well, guess we're going to see tomorrow. Does anyone read books anymore? Isn't everything like on iPads and stuff? Just like their public narcissist, we all know. She builds up a huge hype for these announcements. Yeah, sorry. Exactly. Oh, is there anything worse than cold tea? Oh. You know, I think they're like leather and they kind of like look like a paper clip. So it's not like a flat. About that. It's not like, oh, we'll use my penguin sticker. So it's not flat, right? Where you just, it kind of looks like a paper clip and it clips in. You know, that's what this looks like. Yes, no, I guess people do read books still. I'm not a big reader though. You know, but what do I know? All I know is you can get them on Etsy. Super cheap. The bookmark is already a price. Oh, yeah. So I know. I don't know how much. Is the bookmark in her as ever shop? Let's look. Because if she's just putting out a bookmark, that's silly. I don't want to subscribe to you. Wine spreads. Wine spreads. Wine spreads. It doesn't even say coming soon. Nothing. How hard could it be to make a freaking bookmark, though? You know, like, I don't know. Pretty much about everything for the chapters you want to savor. I don't know, Matt. I know some said fell asleep here. Oh, there's like 3 different ones that had some sayings on them. You know, so, I mean, get excited. Who can't sleep now for tomorrow? Oh, and then I wanted to talk about, sorry, forgot about this one. Saw this morning, and I really wish I knew how to use the computer better. Apparently, Harry's, here we go. As long as I don't got anyone else's. The charity's getting investigated. And when I was with Victoria's Voice, so like last week, I said that. I'm like, isn't this like, because I've watched too much Dateline or The Sopranos? and like everyone's jumping ship. Isn't this right before the FBI comes in and raids the house and you have to hide all the money in the ceiling? The Duke and Duchess of Sussex may have hope for a fresh start in the new year, but it looks like all their problems and some additional unpleasant ones have followed them into 2026. A new idea here's their newly rechristened foundation, Archwell, oh man, Philanthropies, is potentially facing investigation by the U.S. authorities. They've been told it's not if, but when Archwell will be audited by the U.S. Internal Revenue Service, our source says. Such an audit could be triggered when a nonprofit organization run up large unspecified costs, disperse fewer charitable grants than previous, and or have financial deficit. Last month, the Daily Mail reported that in 2024, Archwell recorded a total expenses of $7.5 million while taking in donations of $3.1 million. It gave out $1.8 million in grants during that same year. According to our well-placed palace source, it's that significant ballooning of expenses that couldn't have set off red flags with authorities. While there are absolutely no suggestions that any wrongdoing, it can't be denied that the financial issue relating to Archwell are a massive headache. Sorry, yes, I know how to read. It's all freaking blurry, so hang on. Prince Harry 41, Meghan 44. The organization also restructured at the end of last year, resulting in the loss of 3 staff. Shortly afterwards, one of Harry and Meghan's most trusted aides, Archwell Chief Executive James Holt, resigned. He had worked for Harry since 2017 and had been the charity's boss since 2021. Oh. That was a huge blow, our source says. Other issues that are carrying over into 2026 include Harry's ongoing battle to reinstate his full taxpayer-funded security detail when he is in the UK. The provisions are currently under review, but the British government, Harry also expected back in the UK this month to give evidence is high-profile court case against the publisher of the Daily Mail. Any visit to the UK comes with expectations that Harry will meet with Father King Charles, our source says. But the British press, including The Telegraph, are reporting that Charles is expected to keep his distance from Harry while the case proceeds because he doesn't wish to be linked to the proceedings. Despite Harry's wish for reconciliation with his family, that will remain stagnant if Charles won't see him while he's in London. It's an intense time for Harry and Meghan, says the source, and the pressure shows no sign of letting up. Thoughts? I don't know. What do you guys think? You think they're going to get investigated? Right? Like, I don't know, man. I've watched a lot of Sopranos. This seems very, very, very familiar. You know? Isn't this when you start like shredding all the documents or having burn barrels and hiding money in the ceiling? I'm telling you, it looks kind of sketchy. That's all I'm saying. You know, 3 people in 1 week jumping ship. That's Oh, is there something wrong? I hope not. I don't know. I don't live in the States, so I don't really know how well, if it's any government, they do go out of snail's place, right? So, but also, see, did anyone watch that Real Housewives? Do you remember Teresa Giudice? You know how she got busted? It's been said there's a girl at home watching the Housewives, just making her husband watch it with her. Her husband was an FBI agent. And he's like, what is this? That's how, maybe it's folklore. I don't know. But apparently that's how that all started, right? So Meghan and Harry can't be that stupid to think that people are not looking into them. And I'm sure a bunch of people called the IRS on them. So eventually you would think that you'd have to investigate, lay the groundwork for them to return. Maybe James, that's a good theory. That's a great theory. James Holt went back to England to quietly lay the groundwork for them to return. Could be. Or he said, yeah, no problem. I'll work with you while on this side of the pond, and be like, sorry, change phone number. Who knows? When she took out that huge roll of cash to pay. Oh, yeah. Right? On Housewives. Right? Mm. I'm just saying. Maybe, so people are quitting everywhere. Like, doesn't that start red flags when people look at that? Everyone's quitting. Who knows? Maybe it's the opposite, and Harry asked the king for a meeting. Maybe it's the opposite, and Harry asked the king for a meeting, and he refused because of a security case and the optics would give in the meeting him up front. Oh. Right? Oh, Mary, you got that one right. Sneaky plus sleazy equals sketchy. That's right. Words to live by, people. So, I don't know. But, like when you got... The problem is Meghan lives in 2010, and I don't think she understands that it's 2026. And there's a lot of internet sleuths. There's a lot of people. I have a friend on here. I call her FBI. Like, I was like, you missed your calling in life. Like, how did you figure all this out? And typey, right? So, I mean, there's a lot of people who do their homework, so I am not one of those people. But, because I'm not the numbers person. I'm not. But I understand when things look shady, though. So it's just a matter of time, right? If there is something not right, everyone gets caught eventually, right? I still think they're going back to England, though. They have no friends. And Duchess Delulu thought that when they moved back to Montecito, everyone would be like, oh my God, the Duchess is here. And she would be on every magazine cover and get invited to every exclusive party. And everybody wants her. And they'd throw her a parade every time she walked down the freaking road. I seriously think that's what she thought was going to happen. And that people are going to be like lined up out the gate just to see her and leave roses at the gate. And like, you know what I mean? I fully believe that's what I think she thought in her head was going to happen. And no one cares. I still go with, they could go into Walmart right now and no one would bother them. They could walk through Walmart and not get rushed by security. I saw Youngblood in Walmart, who I have an unhealthy crush on right now because I'm old, but I love him. And he went through Walmart at Christmas and bought all these kids' toys and blah, blah, and he's shaking everyone's hands and taking pictures. He's pretty freaking popular. He can go through Walmart. So how come Meghan and Harry can't? You know, like, I saw Jelly Roll in Walmart too, right? Like all these other people can walk through a store with regular people. Yes, this is a person who gets announced in a home, right? No presenting the Duchess of Sucket, right? So stupid. So this is the type of person she is. She seriously thought she was like going to get mobbed every time she walked down the street in Hollywood. And people would be like, oh my God, the Duchess. Yeah. So, and now they have no friends. No one's going to hang out with them. I wouldn't make the Jenners mad or the Kardashians mad. They run Hollywood, like it or lump it. Absolutely not. Nope, nope, nope. Oh, and before we go, we'll wrap it up. The whole Brooklyn Beckham Nicola Peltz thing. I saw Paul M did a video. I'm going to get Paul M on here. We talked, so yay, that'll be fun. She did a video comparing both like Meghan and Harry and then this Nicola and that back and forth. Or similarities. My friend wrote a trilogy on narcissism. I should get her on here and just do the basic points of what happens when you're with a narcissist and see, we can play a game. Does this sound familiar? She went to did she really? She went to Whole Foods in London, and the only one person took a pic of her from it. That's funny. That is funny. Yes, in Walmart they won't be stocked, but in the UK they would get a rotten tomatoes and eggs, right? Bring back the cabbage. That's what they used to throw at people in Roman days. Cabbage. That would hurt. Now you can't do that. It's expensive. No one's going to throw tomatoes at you. You have to find something else. Grocery prices are through the roof. You should probably get booed though. Someone's going to. I could see them coming back and hanging out with, what were their names? Eugenie and what? What's that girl's name? I can't remember. Beatrice and Eugenie. that's their names. I think they're all on that team. Something's going to happen. I'm telling you. And actually, it'd be smart, honestly, if you're looking at it for like the newspapers, the magazines would love it, right? Because now they could pin Prince William and Princess Catherine. That you could write that 1,000 times a day, right? And honestly, Megsy already does stuff when it's Catherine's birthday or something's going on across the pond. Could you imagine if she actually lived there and something was going on? She'd like walk down the street or something. Like she would do something silly just to stick it to them. But not like Nancy. Yes, right? Like I would, because I'm petty. You know, if I have a lot of ideas what I would do. If I really didn't like my sister-in-law and I was famous. Yeah. I'm petty. Like Tom Petty. Because you don't know how it feels to be me. Yeah. But Megs likes her picture taken. So like that's the other issue. She's like, oh no, I've never seen someone not know where their light is and not know someone has a camera. You say you were a model. You say you were an actress. Rule number 1, find your light. Number 2, you have taken photos. Like, oh my gosh, oh my God. Oh, all of our photos are the same. You want to take a picture of me, of me, of me? Oh, I don't know. Oh, I couldn't possibly. You know, like, dude, actresses and models are fame whores. Damn it, I'm one of them. You know, yeah, you like your picture taken. You throw people out of the way. You should see me take pictures at Christmas. A camera? Smile. You know, trust me. I'm not the one in the back going, oh no, please don't take my picture. That'd be right up her alley. She loves being on the cover of magazines. It doesn't matter what the article says. You're on the cover of the freaking magazine. But she really does suck at taking a picture. Really, really does. Like, she really, really, really does suck at taking a photo. I don't know how she ever got that Deal or No Deal gig. I would have killed for that gig. Oh, am I allowed to say that on here? Whoops. Better watch my language. That's a good job, man. Deal or No Deal, and she snubs her nose up at it. Yeah, sounds good to me. It's like being one of the girls on Price is Right. Yeah. One of the showcase models. Sounds good. Sign me up. It's also like acting on a soap opera. You know, Victor Newman's been there since the dawn of time, and he's still there. I'd love to get a job on a soap opera. That's like almost like job security. The most recent cover of what? Oh yeah, her dad. Maybe that's how her dad got her the gig. Odds are pretty good with that one. What's the cover of? Now I'm confused. It's a really good gig though. Uh-oh, what's going on here? But I should wrap it up. I have an appointment. They didn't appreciate me for my mind. Oh, yeah. That. They didn't appreciate. Right. You are so correct. Like, you're a briefcase girl. Your job was to walk upstairs and not fall down, right? You weren't there to reinvent the wheel there, dollface, you know? Yeah, the 90210 reboot. That was awful. I hated that reboot. I hate reboots. I really do. Well, no, wait. I liked Cobra Kai. That was decent. I liked that one. The first two seasons were good. But I'm not normally a reboot kind of person. Yeah. In nearly every show, she's with the glass. I'm not going to pick on people. But yeah, she likes popping bottles, man. She loves popping bottles. But then this is where I go back to, dude, you have your own wine line. How come you're not talking about your stuff? Right? Same with the champagne. I was like, you already knew that you were going to have this wine and whatever else. Your editing sucks on that show. You got a team of 80 people, which are 80 people too many. There's no reason for that many people on that show. It must really suck, right? Like, to work there, I mean, like, I've watched all the shows. That crew is way too big. There is no need for that. Also, I've talked about this before, but I'll talk about it again. When the first season came out of With Love Megs, I'm watching her arrange flowers. And then she takes the flowers from like the kitchen to outside. And I remember phoning Cynthia Wilson. And I was like, that arrangement is different. It's not the same one she did. And Cynthia Wilson, saw the person in the mirror rearranging what she just did. And saying, oh, look what I made. I was like, that doesn't look anything like what it just did 2 seconds ago. So every time she said, oh, I made this, there's a person. This is why there was 80 people on the crew. Because you had to have people, you had to have florists that knew what they were doing. You actually had to have probably chefs to know what they were doing, right? So the final product was made by a chef and not her. So they could get like a close-up of it, But then have, right? Like, and then the second one was, oh no, the Christmas one, everyone else did the cooking. She just kind of helped, which was probably smart. But even there, though, too, like, she doesn't show you how to do anything. And she's going on and on and on about how she used to wrap presents for a living. I used to wrap presents in the mall when I was a teenager. Okay, show me something. And she doesn't. She doesn't know how to give a tutorial. She's just like, you put your hand here, flip, flip, the end. I'm like, that's not how you show someone how to do it, right? When you watch Martha Stewart, she's got rulers and stuff's all measured out. You got to do it this way. Well, like Martha Stewart's very, 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 well, Martha Stewart's Martha Stewart. She is a pro, Martha Stewart, right? A little tedious, but a pro. But like, how can you teach someone? It's like, if you're not going to show them, and even her wrapping in the scarf, I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool. Can you slow it down? Like, can you show us again? Even when she's cooking, oh, we'll just throw a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Every cooking show, everything's already all measured out, right? 1 tablespoon of baking powder here, 1 tablespoon of baking soda here, 3 cups chocolate chips, right? And they're all in those ramekins. They're all measured out already, right? Not, well, we'll see what happens, right? And taking, the pretzels out of the Trader Joe's bag and putting them in a Ziploc bag, right? And she didn't know her makeup artist was left-handed. And how you do not know is beyond me, because it's not like the first thing I noticed when I went on my first date with my husband was that he was left-handed. Noticed right away. Because it's not like you meet a lot of left-handed people, And if someone's doing your makeup, trust me, you would notice, because you're going to have to sit a different way. And they're going to hold everything differently. So you're telling me, like, he did your makeup and you never noticed that he was left-handed? Like, I don't think you guys are that friendly. And where did he go? Where is Daniel? Should we put him on a milk carton? Because I don't think they're friends anymore. You remember back in the day? Picture on a milk carton. I haven't heard much about her makeup. Yeah. Like, when she went to Paris, he made some sort of video about all the makeup. And then it went away. And then I heard that she yelled at him because he didn't credit her or something. I think something's weird there. And honestly, I wouldn't be taking makeup tips from her or him, right? Like, her greasy look in Paris is not something to strive for, I feel, right? Can you hear the sirens? They're coming for me. Can you hear that? There was a lot of scuttle after piercing, and she had his back. Yeah, right? Yeah. I think they're friends off. So, still wouldn't be taking makeup tips from any of them. Meghan's got to get with the times here. Meghan's got to get into 2026. She's got to know. She's got to use her Instagram better. Daniel didn't. Yeah, he's got banished. She's got to learn how to use her social media better. Like, I don't know. I give tips and tricks all day long to this broad, and she never listens. But okay, guys, I'm gonna let you guys go. Thank you for joining me for just like the morning ramble. I appreciate that. I just wanted to see if I could learn how to use the computer, and the answer is still no. So I guess I'm gonna have to watch some tutorials, unless someone wants to come over and help me. Yeah, that's the thing, right? They're always turn on you. So I should reach out to my friend though, who wrote the book. I think that's a good idea. Just bring her on here. Just something to talk about. Something to talk about. So, okay, everyone have a great day. I might be back later. I don't freaking know. I still got to figure this out, but I got an appointment that I got to get to. So we'll talk soon. Everyone have a great day. You're welcome, my friend. Hopefully your shift's over soon here. All right. We'll talk soon.